have a dirty video for you guys to see. Check this out. Oh yeah. This is gonna make great before and after pictures. My name is Mike, they call me the Fresh Rinse. I'm on location in Monroe, Ohio, just a hop, skip, and a jump from where I live to wash this home, and it's a doozy. You see how dirty that it is, but in addition to that, it's completely covered with oxidation on this east and the west side. Oh, it's terrible. So I'm going to show you how I wash an oxidized house and how I wash a very, very organically dirty home. I'm going to do it all with a 2.3 injector. This is the one I've been waiting for to see if the 2.3 would actually pull enough chemical with my 8 gallon a minute machine to wash a really, really, really dirty home. And this is it. So you'll notice that I have my outlets covered. I'm going to turn my soap on with my Flow Pro. Again, shooting 12.5% sodium hypochlorite, 150 feet of 3/8 hose, 8 gallon a minute machine with my ST 2700 and the M5 twist. So I'm going to say, just a guess, that the 2.3 injector with an 8 gallon a minute machine at 150 feet of hose will probably be about a 15-to-1 mix. That's my guess. It's very weak. We're going to see if it'll actually work. Okay, so the back side of the home has been coated in sodium hypochlorite, and now we come to this side of the home. This is the east side of the home. This is in the morning, about 10:30 in the morning, and the sun is beating down on it. So what I want to do to wash this oxidated side of the home professionally, I'm going to switch to rinse. I'm going to eject all of the sodium hypochlorite that may be in the line from washing the back side of the home. And then from a distance, I'm going to mistance from a distance. This side of the home is not overcome with organic growth as is the back side. So I'm not going to have to worry about applying a heavy coat of SH. I just want to mistance this. Now, something I want to be very careful not to do is apply any kind of pressure. I don't want to Zorro stripe this even at a fan tip. I just want to get this extremely wet. Very, very wet. I'm going to cool off, if you will, the side of this home. And having cooled this off, I'm now going to switch my Flow Pro to soap mode, SH mode. Now I'm going to, from a distance, apply the SH. The key here is to not let this dry. If this dries, it's going to react with the oxidation on the home, and it's going to cause it to run and streak. We don't need that. Again, there wasn't a lot of organic growth on this home. A little bit right there on that gutter. That. But a little SH will take care of that. Again, no real pressure. This is obviously a rehab home. I've never met the owner. However, I did meet a neighbor a few moments ago who asked for my card. I gave a quote. He was very happy with the quote. And so it's apparent that I'll be washing later this week or next week here in this same cul-de-sac. All right, so with that still wet, back into rinse mode. Takes about 5 or 6 seconds to go from soap to water with the Flow Pro at 150 feet of hose. So by now I'm rinsing. Now I'm gonna rinse this well, extremely well, but no direct pressure. I cannot reiterate that enough, no direct pressure. Now I also need to say that this is not an oxidation removal process. You'll need a Cleansol BC. I think there's one company that sells Oxnox. I understand that's a good product. If you want to sell them on an oxidation removal cleaning, this is not that cleaning. This is not that process. But I cannot reiterate enough the rinse process. When you think you've rinsed enough, rinse again. So I have an interesting story for you. On Sunday, I was preaching at a church in Milford, Ohio, and a lady comes up to me afterwards when everyone was kind of shaking hands at the door. I had already shook her hand, and she made her way to her car. And then she made a beeline back, poked me on the shoulder. She said, "Hey, I need to tell you something." She said, "You washed my house a while back." She said, "I didn't even know who you were." She said, "The person who washed my house was the one who was feeding me the word on Sunday." And so you just never know who you're going to run into and where you're going to run into them at. So always make sure you do a good job. She went on and on about how good of a job I did on her home. And I remember it well. It was filthy. Worse than this one. All right, so as we make our way back to this heavily oxidized side, we can see that it is only moist. It looks like it's going to be perfectly fine. No problems whatsoever. It's fully clean. And we make our way to the back side of the home where we used the 2.3 injector. Seeing it for the first time since we washed. We still have to rinse, and it appears to be perfectly fine. Just ready for rinse. So the 2.1 injector passed the test. I'm thrilled. So what do we say then to the individual who says, "I just cannot get a home to clean by downstreaming"? I would say two things are amiss. One of two things, perhaps both. Either A, you have a very bad chemical. Your SH is not potent enough. It's very weak. But more than likely, the problem is your downstream injector. Either the injector itself is bad, the spring, the ball, or the O-ring, or more likely, it's the orifice. You have to change that orifice out from time to time. It gets hollowed out, if you will, and it simply shoots more water than it does draw chemical. So if you need a downstream injector, a repair kit, or the orifices, then you need to call Russ Johnson at Southside Equipment in Kentucky. He has all of those at a very minimal price. Now you will not find the orifices on his website. You will have to call for that. So yeah, call him up, Russ Johnson, Southside Equipment. He can hook you up for about $1 a piece for those orifices. I get about 25 at a time. There you have it. Man, I'm super, super happy about this. And then I'm also happy with this oxidated side. It appears to be drying perfectly fine and no problems in the least. So when this homeowner arrives home this evening, they're gonna find their home completely clean. They're gonna be happy, I'm happy, and hopefully we'll get a 5-star Google review. If you have found this video helpful, would you mind hitting that like button and the subscribe button? If you have not already, hit the bell tab. You'll never miss another video. We get to spend lots of time together. My name is Mike. They call me the Fresh Rinse, and I'm out.